This program is intended for immature audiences.
Welcome to the Northern Union Vape Show. Well, it's more like half of the mixing show rather than Northern Union Vape Show, to be honest with you. No idea where JP is. He was coming in and not set up. Steve is going to buy a castle because I believe Andrew's putting his house up for sale because he can't afford it. So Steve is going down there to try and buy Windsor Castle. So he's going there tomorrow, so he's got to up early. And Luke is out with his missus, Rebecca, on her 40th birthday. So happy birthday, Rebecca. Happy birthday. Old. He told me to say 40th.
Don't discuss a woman's age.
Well,
No,
blame him, not
Dave.
me.
And you're
Blame
doing it
him.
live on YouTube for crying out loud. Good grief.
On the
I had nothing to
39th
do with
birthday.
this, Mrs. What's your name?
Mrs. LPC, sorry. 39th birthday again. So I hope you're all well out there. If you are in chat, just look at the top. If you're not in live chat and you're in twat chat, swap it over and you'll keep up with everything we are doing. So tonight we've got on myself, Benny Vapes, we've got Graham Net Reality, and we've got the one and only, the chair. It is Bill.
Yeah.
His partner in crime is away on his holidays again. He's doing the, what's it called, Judith Chalmers weekend trips. He gets away more times than all else,
Yeah, I
doesn't he?
know. It's constant, isn't it?
I want to be a fucking taxi driver.
It works for me, though.
Yeah.
I don't have to do so many damn shows.
Yeah. So we have got our unfortunately we won't have any shinies, but we have got our bargains for you. So get your wallets out. We've also got just after 10 o'clock roundabout, we were talking about the film we did last week, which was The Long Goodbye. And this is why I've put it in Goodbye to the 70s. It's a long goodbye to the 70s. And this is why Bill's coming to persuade us to keep the 70s in.
No, it's gonna go.
Because it was the film, we'll tell about it later, but yeah, 70s films were a bit pants, to be honest with you. Except from the late 70s, we've just been talking about that, the late 70s films. The early 70s films are coming out at 60s, which were all the, oh yeah, sort of films. Do you know what I mean? Roll out your barrel of fun. Do you know, all that sort of things, you know what I mean? Tommy Steele and shit like that. And then, you know, late 70s, we're going into 80s then, which got better. But yeah, we'll talk about that film later.
Can we cancel the whole thing?
Yeah. It was your fucking idea.
I know.
Yep.
So yeah, so that was that. Like I say, what we'll do now is before it gets too busy, because I'm going to have to read out chat because no fucker else will. Like so, unless Bill's going to do it. Bill, are you going to do chat?
I don't know if I can see it, but I can try it. What the hell? I'll give it a shot.
Go on then, Bill.
Good God, there's a lot up there. It goes way up. All right, people, if I miss you, so what? That's all I got to say. Greg D, Mr. Intense. Net Reality. Greg D, Mr. Intense, Net Reality.
Are you just going to read every single word?
Metal Vape 90. Vaping Snowman. John Vaping Joker. Dino Sauce E-Liquid.
Dino.
And those people discussed for a while. Grateful Ant, what's going on? Tony Laura, LaRue, Lara.
Oh, there he is.
Billy Lee Rice, how you doing?
You miss Skint Vapors?
Skint Vapors is in there. Cloud Chucker.
Oh, Chucker, me old bean.
Barry Jones, how you doing? All right. Still more people somewhere, probably.
Connor Smith, welcome.
Connor Smith, just got to him. Yeah. Ian Thomas, how you doing? Nikki Maynard. Scott Wood.
He's got some nice wood.
Yeah.
Graham knows.
Mike Haynes, how you doing, sir? John the Vaping Joker. Grateful Ant. And if I say it twice, it just means I'm old and I forgot I said it the first time. Peter 247. JP Vapes, what the hell are you doing? I'll be in a couple of minutes. Mowgli Vapes.
Gary Hughes.
Gary Hughes. Trev Lyon. Eugene Robson. And that looks like everybody that I've got. If I missed you.
Mowgli. Have you done Mowgli?
I got Mowgli, yes.
There we go.
Oh, and there's Proper Coils.
Mr. Proper Coils. Welcome. Welcome. So while we're on about things, do go over to Hip Hop Juice and use N.U.V.S to get 12% off. Also, go over to cloudcartel.co.uk, and if you use code Benny10, you get 10% off Cloud Cartel coils. So yeah, go over and show them some love. Have you just woke up, James?
Yeah, you look like you just come
You
back out of bed.
Well, sort your fucking shirt out and everything, you scruffy fucker.
Straighten your hat.
Straighten your hat. Do you know what I mean?
I've got that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
I'm sure you've just, James, you've just done that shirt up. Are you sure you've done it up right? Buttons the right fucking way.
No, they're right.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, since doing this plot, it feels like I've been doing 12-hour shifts with work and the plot for the last 2 months. And I think I'm just burning on both ends now.
Well, you could have just said I'm not coming on. You didn't have to come on.
No, I can't do things like that. You're already 2 casters down.
That means 1 caster up.
Well, actually 3 because I'm not here.
You'll be drinking again.
Yeah, fucking hell, it's got a Y in it, hasn't it?
Again, still, it's not again. When you never quit, you can't start again.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
So the idea is, if you've got an hangover, just keep on drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, you never have an hangover, will you?
You can't get a hangover if you don't quit drinking. That's
Exactly.
the easiest cure
Exactly.
going.
So what we'll do is we will go around and see what everybody's vaping on, and we will have a little buffet. So we'll start with JP.
I am on the Abyss with some Cafe Love, which you can't get anymore unless when
It's the recipe's released to the public.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so the only way you can do that one is mixing it yourself. As well as that, I am on the Steam Crave Aromasa V3 Plus. No, it's a Supreme, sorry. Tell I'm still tired. In that, I have got some Legion X grape. And I'll pass it over to Graham.
Just while we're on Wild Legion X, I did see that Connor Smith has just bought some Legion X e-liquids coming this week. What's it like? Any good?
I've got 3 of them. That's the only one I've tried. And I've been rather enjoying it.
So there you go. If you got the grape, JP seal of approval.
Ooh.
And Greg D says dedication and professionalism.
That isn't
Me.
Go on then, Greg.
I'm on the Barrage with the Guar 21, and in that I've got some of Danny's DVB project Fidelio. And I'm on the, which one is it? The Gen 200? Yeah, I've got the box over there. I was just having a look at the box. The Gen 200 with the Kremhel 2 on. And in that, no longer my white whale.
Oh, have you done it?
Coke finished.
Is it proper Coke now?
It's proper Coke.
Oh.
What does it fizz?
2.5 years done. It was that one flavour I was missing.
Don't tell everybody because we'll all be doing it now.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
So if you want to buy some Coke,
You can't.
They're going to be doing it. Trust me.
It'll be all right because yes, all he has to say is what the flavour is. They don't know which brand it is, and they don't know what the mixture percentage either, does they?
Yeah, but if anybody wants to buy some
mention
Coke,
the price, and they won't do it anyhow.
yeah, it's only got some medicine flower and shit like that in it.
No,
One 10ml concentrate cost me about 28 quid.
Oh, there you go then.
I'll pass it over to Bill.
I am on the Guard 21 with the Arbiter on top, and in that I have got banana nut muffin, and I am on the Guard 21, which I guess I should show because you guys probably don't know what one looks like, with an Arbiter on top. That's this up here. This down here part is the Guard 21, and then that one I have Rocky Crispy Treat, and I will throw it to Benny.
Thank you very much. Dinosaur says I'll have an 8th if you. And Billy says 3 for 100. So I am on. Yeah, I should have named it Devil's Dandruff. So I'm on the Gua 21 with the Valkyrie Mini on top, and inside that I've got some peaked cherry ice. Don't forget, you can get this over at Dispergo by using the shortest code that everybody's got. It's BV20 for 20% off over at Dispergo e-liquids.
Well, Bill.
Bill 20 is easier though.
BV is still shorter.
Still shorter doesn't matter. Bill.
It does because they've only got 2 letters. B-V.
Yeah, but Bill. Everybody gets Bill.
And I'm also on this by a box with some Nasty Juice menthol tobacco inside there, and that is me. That is me. Not an hour for buffets, just a nice 20 minutes. There you go. So we got Eugene says dodgy shirt. Lol, I'm a plumber. I do 12-hour shifts every day. The plumber's life.
Yeah.
So how's everybody been? You had a good week?
Yeah, apart from last night where I got absolutely trolleyed and I'm really suffering today.
Graham, that's normal for the weekend, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Hey, I was good on Friday.
Yeah, you were good on Friday. You were good on Friday, to be fair.
He doesn't do shit during the week. I don't know why the weekends are different for him. I don't understand that. You know?
I work hard.
And he plays hard.
Yeah.
Well, it works. Well, he doesn't. He gets AI to do it now, so...
Yeah.
So, and you've been out in the fields farming, JP,
Yeah. I've been busy building a trellis.
and that's took you 2 weeks.
No, I've got a frame to build for the greenhouse. I've moved my polytunnel over, moved my beds over, the compost for it, the wood chips. I'm a cheapskate, usual Yorkshire, recycling everything.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're only going to leave it outside in fucking rain.
Well, I'm not letting anyone else have it.
Exactly. Fucking, yeah. Cloudchucker got a nice shiny the other day. It's the Vapors Cloud Spectre 21700 Stat Mech in brass. I love it. It's like a truck and got some 0.3 ohm coils in it. Buying, got the Asgard 30mm on top. Very nice. And
You'll love it until you have to clean it a bunch, Cloudchucker.
Yeah, especially in brass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Brass,
I've got a couple of brass, and it's just you just finally just give up. You're like, that patina looks nice on it.
Yeah, I've got a brass rod over there, and I'm just like, oh
No.
Well, we got Mike Haynes on the Amateur and Country Fudge in the Valhalla on the Stat Reborn 1111 in the Pulse, the Curious Curdle, and the Target 200 Eclipse Jewel. And my own coffee DIY. Juggernaut V2 on the Council of Vapor Axion Black Vine.
Are they just trying to make vape names harder to say?
Yeah, I think that's
goes on. Is that
it
what it is?
Yeah, it is. The longer the name, the better it is.
I mean, it's like, you can't just call anything like the truck or,
Yeah.
That would seem like a good name. If you named your mech the truck, because then people can say it hits like a truck.
Could be worse. I could start with naming it in Welsh.
Yeah.
You'll be there all day trying to figure out how we fucking pronounce it.
Conor Smith recently got the M200 mod from Lost Vape. Love the classy Hexon look to it, courtesy of the missus. Very nice. Craig D's on my usual, everyone knows, blah, 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 tobacco, blah, blah, blah. Tobacco.
That sounds like him last night.
His camera look nice. They've got nice cameras. Just don't know how to use stream stuff yet.
He's got the C920 now. He has the C920. He has got the
C920. Yes. He's got the C920. Looking crisp. Looking sharp.
He's a fellow C920er.
He is.
He's a member of the clan now.
They've only been doing it 2 weeks and they were talking about quitting already.
Yeah, well, can't say as I blame them. That's about the time.
Yeah. We'll hit it out. We'll hit it out for 2 weeks and then we'll fuck off.
We'll go in, we'll make our mint, and we'll get out. That's
exactly. He's now realised there's no money in it. That's what problem is. Connor's on the M200 by Las Vegas with the Dead Rabbit V3 and some Moonstar Blackcurrant Energy I made on dripper lamps. Very nice. JVJ's on the Steam Crave AIO with some Lemon Lush by Rochford. And something's using the Empire with the Sith. and Greg D says, Kenny's audio needs a real job.
Tony says Purge does have a truck. You know.
Ah, there you go, yeah.
Now,
Well, it's got
like a truck. You know.
It hits like a truck.
Yeah.
Truck.
Yeah.
That's a song, isn't it? About someone's butt.
Does anybody have a car? You know.
Yeah. Combine harvester. That's what they want to call one, wouldn't it? I've got a brand new combine harvester.
I've got a brand new pair of roller skates.
Yeah.
I've got a brand new key. Yeah.
Yeah. Metal Vape's got a Dwarf FL MTL on a Asmodeus Minikin Mini 18500. Very nice. Nicky Maynard's on the M200 Juggernaut V2 Vanilla Sky and the Gear Arbiter V2 with Black
V1.
Bess. Oh, V1, sorry. V1. V1's definitely better than
Yeah,
the V2.
there is no such thing as the Arbiter V1. That's just the Arbiter.
It's Arbiter, yeah. I do think that were better than the V2.
Yeah.
They're good. The V2's good, but the V1 was a lot better.
But the V2 should have never been called the V2. It's just not. Yeah.
I'm quite enjoying this. If you can, I picked this up first on the sales for $16.99. Valkyrie Mini on Vapors Cloud's website when they were doing a big massive sale, you know, after Christmas. It's back up to 30 odd quid now, but for 16 quid, it was it's great flavour off of it. Just pack it with cotton, just fucking shove it in, and away you go.
Well, that's what I found with the Arbiter. It's just so easy to build on. So I use it all the time.
Not like that Fat Rabbit fucking thing that pisses juice out.
Yeah.
Or my Voltro, which I still can't take apart. Tried everything.
You put it in freezer?
Yeah.
I sprayed some WD-40 on it.
Yeah,
I got loads of that.
That'll make the flavor really pop.
That would be lovely. Fish oil.
Have you tried put it in a warm bath?
Yeah, I could try that.
Give it to a 10-year-old. Say, here.
Yeah.
Give it to a 10-year-old.
Try and split them two. That'll keep you busy for a few hours.
Let
Billy
the cat
says-
batter around a few times.
Yeah.
Especially when
Billy's
they're
saying-
like that going, I'm bored.
Yeah, here, try and get that top off.
Puzzle for you.
Absolutely love Billy. Absolutely loves the Arbiter V2. So I would be heaven if I could find an original Arbiter. I'll have a look around, but I don't think you can find them anymore. And Mike Haynes spent loads on VC sale.
Mhm.
Something my Blaze RDA is cracking too. I've not tried that. It's coming down in price, so I might pick one up. If it gets down to about 15 quid, I might pick one up. It's about 22 at the moment, so I'm just holding fire. Yeah, the Temple RDA is a tenner on Vapors Cloud's website as well. Tommy V, you all right, my friend? I'm personally an RDA only kind of guy, but just where the vape from RDA is dripping. Does it?
Yeah.
Does it? Don't know what that
Does
means.
it? Maybe he meant does it. Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. I don't know. Dripping is, I'm too lazy to drip. You know,
I'm an over dripper. That's my problem. I'm an over squonker and an over dripper.
yeah, I don't
I
have a
overdrip
problem with that. I'm just too
all the
lazy.
time.
To pick a bottle up all the time. And then plus, if you do that, then you got to carry a bottle with you because if you go out somewhere, you can't really stick the RDA in the dash of your car. If it falls over, all the shit runs out. And it's just, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a dripper. I like a tank for convenience. Just fill it up and forget about it.
I like a dripper if I'm just going to try something out and I don't really want to fill a tank and go through all this shit and then find out that I don't like it, and then I got to pour it and re-wick it and do everything else. So for a dripper for that, but other than that, no, I don't really drip much. Yeah.
Mr. Intense's RTAs. Connor says dripping doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Melt Vape saying the Apothecary Churchill RTA on Island Vapes is on offer for £15.
I need to change my batteries.
Forward planning, Graham. Forward planning.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you remember I showed you the other day that my charger was a bit tight on my 21700s? Don't know if you remember that. I've got a vicious ant. I've got the X-Star Queen Ant, and it fucking annoyed me because it's Type C charging, but you need two Type 2 chargers to get it to work.
Oh God.
Two.
Yeah, honestly, look. It's a 6-bay, and you've got to have two chargers in it.
Would help if I plugged my battery charger in.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? So yeah, you've got to have two chargers in it to get it to work.
So you're talking about chargers to get the charger to charge.
Yeah, you've got to have plugs. You've got to have a dual plug to get the fucking thing to work. That's why I've never used it. It just annoyed me. But I bought another plug and some more leads. When they fit in better, they're not going to rip me because I'm fed up of them ripping me flipping battery wraps, getting them in and out all the one.
Why would you have to get leads? I thought you lived in Leeds.
Yeah, but you don't get their leads. This is Leeds. So yeah.
Ian, what's going on?
You all right, my friend? So yeah, that was it. So I decided to get that out because I was fed up of it ripping me. My wraps on my bloody batteries. But of course, started dripping a few years ago. Doctor told me to do some pelvic floor exercise. Apparently, it helps. So yeah. So, anybody seen all this week? You been watching anything?
Golf.
Last of Us.
Yeah, but that was last week. We watched Last of Us. It's not out this week, is it yet?
It's out on Sunday night, isn't it?
I don't know. I get it on Now TV on a Monday.
What else? Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah, I'm catching up on Quantum Leap. I am
Wasn't Quantum Leap a show in the 70s?
Yeah,
No,
it's a remake.
It was showing the 80s, wasn't it? Or 90s Quantum Leap. 80s, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it would have been 80s because before
The
the 70s would have been like Cannon and Rockford Files and
yeah.
Clarksons
What's him in the
Farm.
fucking wheelchair?
Ironside. That was Perry Mason,
Ironside.
but that wasn't Perry. That was Ironside, but he was Perry Mason before that.
That Ironside with fucking super fast wheelchair.
Yeah, but in the 60s he was Perry Mason, but then in the 70s he was Ironside. Yeah, same guy.
Why?
That's just the star that was in this show, and then that show ended, and he was in another show. That's all.
All right. So it's not to do with Perry Mason then.
No, it's just the same actor.
Oh.
The actor was the same in both.
Why is that fucking randomly just pop up? Email and calendar's just fucking jumped up in my face.
Email of Canada
Email and Canada.
and Canada.
Canada calendar. Do you know on your computer you've got email?
Calendar, okay.
Calendar.
all right.
Calendar.
Like the month, day, stuff like,
Like the
that.
month.
Yeah,
The
okay.
thing that shows you the months. Metal Vape used to play the game Last of Us on the PS3. It was a pretty decent game.
What game?
Billy's midway through all the Marvel movies. Nicky Maynard's been watching Clarksons Farm. I've watched first 2 episodes, I think. I've been watching. Oh, have you? No, I'm watching. I tell you what, I've been watching Funny Woman, which is it's all right. It's a comedy. It's like done as a.
This is one of your girly things again, isn't it?
No, it's
You like your
actually
girly things.
yeah, it's actually quite good. It's about so basically, do you know like you had Lucille Ball? It's 60s. It's saying 1964, and it's about a lass from Blackpool going to London to make it big as a comedy TV because apparently there was no comedy TV star, female TV stars in the 60s over here. They had in America. But in the UK, we didn't have an equivalent of Lucille Ball. So this is imagining what someone would be like.
Carol
Do you know what I
Burnett would have been. Well, that would have been 70s, I guess, late 60s, early 70s. Carol
Wasn't
Burnett.
it Lucille Ball used to own the one of the studios? She actually owned the studio.
Yeah.
Desi Arnaz was her
And
husband.
She was she's the one who originally funded Star Trek.
All right. All right. Well, that Desi Armains, they split up during the show, didn't they? And still were on the show as her husband.
Yeah.
But it's like the British version of a Lucille Ball. It's good.
So does she say in a British accent? Does she say you got some splaining to do? No, that's the Arnaz that said that. You got some splaining to do, Lucy.
Yeah, well, it's very similar. It's about that, but it's worth a watch. Honestly, it's worth a watch. It's definitely worth a watch if you get time.
And where would you find it?
It is on Sky Atlantic or Sky thingy, but it's on Now TV, so I get it on Now TV. But it'll be on your Dodgy Box as well if you've got a Dodgy Box. It'll be on there as well.
Apart from the last episode of Clarksons Farm, that isn't on the Dodgy Box.
Oh, is it not on the Dodgy Box?
I've tried so many different apps and it's just not there.
Is that the one
Turk
that you
TV? Try Turk TV. Have you looked on there?
Is that the one that you and Mick got me to watch? That Clarksons Farm guy?
Yeah.
That was like,
No.
No. Maybe I watched the wrong episode or something, but I just never really saw where it was. Some guy has a farm. That's it. I mean, it was like, okay.
Metal Vape says, find it funny that the Woke Lynch farm, the Woke Lynch mob is still going after Clarkson because he made the Game of Thrones poop joke about the drama queen, ex-duchess, and that embarrassment of a former prince.
Don't make,
tell you what,
don't make your words.
Yeah, exactly. Ben M says, what's the opening time for the new shop, Ian? Ian, what's the opening time, please? Ian, what time do you open on a morning and what time do you close on an evening? Thank you.
Well, he didn't ask the close time. He just asked the opening time.
I tell you what's been funny this week. I don't know if you're not into rugby league, you might not know, but there's a guy called Westerman, and he basically was out on the lash on Saturday night. But he'd done like an 18-hour bender, and there's a viral video going round of him with a young lady with his face in her ass cheeks, and this guy walks up and videos him and goes, "Hey, up, mate, can I have a go?" And then it's gone viral. But he's got fucking reprimanded. He's getting divorced because he was married and all this stuff. But people were putting on Greg's in Castleford are having a new donut sale, the chocolate donut and all sorts.
Hey, Kenny,
all right. So yeah, that's been going around proper fucking viral.
Hello, Kenny. How are you doing?
Still got. One thing has he still got that super tractor? Yeah, he bought this big massive tractor, did Clarkson, didn't he? Like a Mercedes, McLaren F4, fucking something like that.
But then Caleb bought one, didn't he? A new tractor, and it was cost more and it's less powerful than what Clarkson's is.
Oh, bought one.
Caleb.
Oh, Caleb. I haven't watched them all yet. So I don't know.
Oh, you might watch them all yet.
No, I haven't had time. I've been watching other things. Been watching Love Island.
Oh my God.
And the woman thing, yeah.
The woman thing again, isn't it?
Nicky Rayner says, put Cody on your Dodgy Box and Diggs Exion build. Get everything shill. So Metalway says, well, Benny, if the Woke want to dox and cancel me, I'll dox them and shut off the gas, water, electricity to their house and fill the manhole covered with switches in the with concrete. Fucking I'm thinking about buying myself a I better not say that, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Hi, PFC, my line, PFCM line, whatever, PFC, yeah.
Yeah, mate. PFC, you all right? Kenny says it's not the mic, it's the voice. It's the voice that's a problem.
The caption's not working, which is the problem.
Yes, captions. Yeah, well, captions can't keep up with it. To be honest with you, mate.
My king said, "Leave Benny alone." He's in touch with
you
his
go back to
feminine
one of the
side.
shows.
Do what? Sorry.
When you go back to one of their shows and you do the auto sub, it gets it all completely wrong.
Yes, I did see Bill that Mike Haynes has said, "Leave me alone. I'm in touch with my feminine side."
Yes, that's right. Yes.
It's PFC Milan.
There we go.
I'm not touching that, but
Yeah.
Have you noticed I'm not pronouncing it?
I just said PFC. You just
so
said
many
PFC.
things came to mind when the initials PFC came up. I'm just
So anyway, we did ask Bill about the new, because if you didn't know, if you've been under a rock, Bill is very much into his golf. So we suggested watching Swing. Not Swingers Parties, Swing, that's a new documentary on Netflix. And his answer to that was, fuck off.
I don't have Netflix.
But you said you won't watch it anyway because you said it was shit.
Well, I've just heard some things from the pros that were out there, and basically most of them have said they didn't really want to get that involved in it. They didn't want them doing this. They didn't want them doing that. And I'm thinking, well, fuck, if they don't do any of that, then it's going to be the same as watching a broadcast. I already see that video, you know? So Netflix used to offer me a free month, but then a year later they'd offer me a free month, and then a year later they'd offer me. And so I'd get it for a month, cancel, get it for a month, cancel, and I guess they finally caught on. They haven't offered it to me in like 6-7 years now.
I've never get offered them.
You used to do. You used to get offered it. Mike is saying private first class.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand that one, but I had other thoughts running as well.
So if you ask Bill to watch Swing, he'll tell you no.
Yeah. Well, it's just, like I said, it just is one of those.
Is it endorsed by the PGA?
PGA, they allowed it, so I'm assuming, since they actually allowed them to go on course with the players and
go in a back room and things like that.
Basically, what it come down to is from what I understand, players like, McIlroy said that he had no problem as long as they didn't talk to him while he's playing around. They didn't come to his house. They didn't want to talk about his family.
So basically,
so it's like, okay, since you cut everything out from it, then, basically what's it going to be for people? So they've probably got some people that were not necessarily that involved in it that are looking for some publicity that they would be able to get in some behind the scenes stuff on.
Right. I'm guessing it's supposed to be a bit like that Last Chance U and all that lot, and, they go around and they sort of get them like coaches in NFL going into a back room and seeing out back room
Didn't
stuff.
they do like a Formula One thing?
I think they've done Formula One. I think they've done football as well. They've done gone through football teams.
It's just they've done it on other sports. I guess they figured they'd do it on golf, but I don't really give a rat's ass what the people do or whatever else. I just want to swing a golf club. I don't care about their personal lives.
Yeah. So one thing said, I like to watch swingers. There's clubs for that, mate.
Yeah.
Ian's asked me how's.
I was just about. I was avoiding the question, Ian. I was avoiding the question.
It's a really, really good game. It is so much fun to play.
If you want to play 41 quid for the game,
well, it's reduced from 60.
I'll give 2 fucks. I'm not paying 41 quid for the fucker. You've nearly finished it. You've only been playing it a week and a half. You nearly finished it.
Now I'm going for map completion, so I've got plenty of time.
What, another week?
Yeah, it's going to take me longer than that. I want to clear the whole of the map, so 100% it.
So is it good then?
It is. It's really good. Really fun. Apart from my cauliflower broom.
If it was that good and that fun, you'd be there playing it instead of here right now. So it can't be that damn good.
We lost him for 3 days, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't for it.
It was. When I say I'm working, that's what I meant. Like Hogwarts.
He's gone radio silent for 3 days.
Told all my clients I went on holiday.
Yeah.
Ian says he knows lots of people playing it. Graham, very popular.
Yeah.
Is it cross compatible? Is it on every platform then? I've seen it
It's
on PC,
on
obviously.
PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Yeah.
Right. I've seen it on PC, like so. But give it a month, it'll be down to 25 quid, and then give it another month, it'll be down to a tenner.
It's Warner Brothers, so it will go down very, very within 3 months. It will drop in price. All Warner Brothers games, and if you wait a year, you'll be able to pick it up for about 12 quid.
Yeah,
Will it work
I'll
on
wait.
my Atari?
On your Atari, yeah, you can get ET on there as well, mate. On Atari, ET.
You just have to dig that hole up and get them from that.
There's loads of them. Yeah, there's loads of them in the fucking landfill, isn't there? That's what bust the in the 80s, wasn't it? That's what killed the the game thing, wasn't it? ET.
Yeah.
Just fucking totally blew it out. But have you seen the game? It's shit.
Yeah, the arcades that they had all over the place, and you go in, stick your quarter in, play, and try to get high score and all that shit. Yeah, basically the in-home games just.
Yeah, that what ET just killed it. Just killed it dead. I think everybody like, wow, this is shite. Mike Haynes, I leave footprints and 2 grooves behind me. Oh, that went on about his balls.
Yes. Mine are so slow I get gravel burns.
Yeah. Above the cows is Ian says tennis one is good break point.
Yep.
Nicky's saying tip for you, Mike. Tuck them in your socks.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, the good thing about it when you do that is in the summertime, you can say, oh, well, time to cut the grass.
Yeah. Well, we can give you some exclusive news that Mr. Proper Coils is on, is definitely on at the expo. He's in between Coils Bar Scott and fucking Cloud Cartel.
Won't be called that anymore, Ian. It's not politically correct.
Yes, it's Paper Them. Paper Them, same as Fisher Them Friends.
What, like
same as Them Chester. Them Chester United.
Yeah, I put a tweet on Piers Morgan's complaint saying I'm offended with the idiot.
James Pond.
Yeah. Oh, remember James Pond?
James Pond. Had that fish, wasn't it, with gun? Yeah. James Pond. We'll bring Expo up in a little bit. We'll get map up and just keep up to date with it, what's changing. I don't think there'll be a great deal, but we'll have a look. Do you want to give a map up, Graham?
Can you say paper human? Is that allowed?
Paper human? No, because they might not be human. They might be. They might not identify as human. You can't put that. So there you go. Proper Coil says, if you're going, he's providing the sandwiches. So he's bringing the sandwiches. So everybody go to Proper Coils. You can buy some coils and some sandwiches.
Yeah. Pimento cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, what he's meaning by that is bringing the bread, the butter, cheese slices, a pack of ham, and you got to make it yourself.
And I'm bringing the whiskey. I've been told by Kira, don't take whiskey.
Don't vape whiskey.
No, don't take whiskey.
Oh, don't take.
And immediately when somebody tells me not to do something,
you're going to bring it. Melbait finds himself playing old Nintendo games. We got the last game I played from Mr. Intense was Colin McRae's Rally 2005 drunk driving through a forest. Melbait saying Doom 1, Doom 2, Castlevania, Cortana. Those sort of classic games that I've been playing on lately. You can get them on, can't you, on Microsoft for PC. I've seen them, all older ones. Castlevania's on there and that. Doom 1 and 2. Graham, Mike wants to know, what's your favourite malt?
It's the Jameson Stout edition.
Oh, there you go.
I like
Jameson
that.
Stout edition. Did you
it's basically, is it Jameson's?
I have no idea, mate.
I think it is Jameson's Stout edition. Mick got me it, and it was really nice. It's basically whiskey done in stout barrels.
Ah.
So it has that kind of lovely little aftertaste. And it doesn't really matter after about 2 glasses. It can be
It just tastes like whiskey. Were you a whiskey drinker, Bill? Have you ever done the whiskey?
I mean, I was more of a vodka, bourbon, beer, wine.
um,
Pot. Let's see.
and this is why you can't remember from
That's
80.
what most of the 70s is going.
So while we're on about this, while he's bringing this up, we're on about the 70s. So the film thing has, at the moment, has 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, and new ones, 2020 in it. Did you finish at 20?
I've added another.
Right.
Added 20.
So we was gonna drop off the 70s, but Bill did say to us there were some good films in the 70s and we'd miss out on some. So we want to know your opinion. Do we drop off the 70s off the film night? Because, like I said, the last few that anyway, the 80s, I don't believe anything.
Compromise and make it 75 to 80. So therefore, you get your late 70s that you were saying there were some good ones in there, but you don't have the early 70s when you had the.
Yeah, because this one, what we was watching, 73, was it?
Yeah, 73.
Hey, let's not knock 73. It was a good year, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But Bill can't remember anything at the 70s.
I remember it was fun. I just don't remember exactly what it was that was fun. That's all. But I do remember it was fun. Yeah.
Mike ain't saying keep the 70s.
Yep.
So we've got something saying rum is everything, and Billy says everything.
Yeah, I did rum. Yeah, rum was good. Bacardi 151. I enjoyed some Bacardi 151. That was,
In Thomas said Jameson is Irish. I'm sure it's good, but I love a single Scotch malt port. Ellen was amazing. So Billy hasn't had a drink since Xmas Day. Had a week-long hangover, not drink again till St. Paddy's Day. Dino saying 73s. I was a twinkle in my daddy's eye. 72, so I was just before this film came out, to be fair. So I'm more of an 80s sort of film. 70s were, that's what I say, the early 70s were just like, Tommy Steele coming off at back of shit like that. Do you know what I mean? The late 70s was coming into getting ready for the 80s film. A bit like music, innit? Bit like music changed when you get to 77, 78, 79. The music scene.
well, then you started getting into that disco shit, though. That was the problem with that.
Yeah.
77, 78, 79. That was like the disco shit starting to crank up. And then you had the Saturday Night Fevers and all that crap that come out. You talk about shit movies. Now, there was some shit movies in the early 80s. Yeah.
There was some shit movies in the late 80s as well. But that would have transitioned from 70s, where they're still doing shit films. Cloud Chucker says Rocky 1 was the 70s. I love that film. The thing is, you watch stuff now, and this is no lie, you watch stuff that you used to think were really, really good. You watch it now and you think it's shit. I've got to disappoint people.
Part of that, I think, I've watched some stuff that I had watched before, and part of it is at that time when you're watching it, you're not used to the things that they can do with movies and the animation and the graphics.
Yeah,
and
I do think that. Yeah,
with it, and some of it was just the fact that when you watched it, then you weren't aware that all this shit could even happen like this. So your mind just watched it for what it was, but now when you watch it, you're like, fuck, that's like fake as hell.
Yeah. You're right, Bill, because that's what, like we say, we watched The Shining, and The Shining is so dated, it's unbelievable. The acting was so wooden.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my God, you tell a kid not to go in a room. It took him 14 days to go in a room.
Yeah.
You tell a kid not to go in a room, he'd be in next day. Do you know what I mean? It just didn't live up for it. It was just, but Jack Nicholson, man, his acting was so wooden, it was unbelievable. It just wasn't even.
Yeah, but the thing with Nicholson was a lot of his stuff was wooden, but it was that way on purpose. That was the way he did it for that reason. It was kind of like Shatner in Star Trek. I mean, look at him. You talk about wooden. I mean, but he did that on purpose. I mean, he did that because that was what he wanted to do. And the thing is, technically, when you get down to it, it was genius because people to this day still know how he talked in the 60s. So it worked, Yeah,
I suppose it is that, but it was just like say, Nicky Mason, because everything is CGI now, that's why Benny. No, I don't think
I
that's
think
one
that's going to age badly as well, all the CGI stuff.
The early stuff, the early CGI stuff, like with Hulk, when you look at the original Hulk, not the original, Lou Ferrigno's Hulk in the TV series or the films, but the CGI version of it when they did the early Incredible Hulk and the Hulk, the two films, that CGI of that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. It didn't start getting better till they did Hulk in the Avengers, and the early Avengers was shit CGI. Got better as it went along, because computers get better and things like that. But I just think that, some of film, it's just the
Go back and
stories.
watch some old Alfred Hitchcock stuff. Go back and watch The Birds or Psycho or shit like that, because that stuff is still. You watch The Birds, by God, you're still going to step outside and look up and see a flock of birds.
See the birds are going to.
Still going to get you, because I don't know, some things just kind of carried it along fairly well. They were able to get you so involved in it that it actually was. But then other things, you kind of notice when you watch some of the robotic shit that went on, and you could kind of see it cut from here to there to whatever else. It was, little shit, but hey, it's all they had for technology. They didn't have the shit they got now,
Yeah, I do think that, like you say, we've like you say, the birds and what that one with
Psycho. Yeah, that was Psycho. Yeah.
You never saw but things, you remember that, don't you? But when she's in the shower scene, you never see her get stabbed. And you just see an outline, and you just see
that's all. Yes, that's all for your mind to be able to do.
Yes.
And, because they didn't show the thing at the time was, you have to realize, in the 60s and early 70s and stuff, they didn't show like blood and guts at all. I mean, it was like you would cut away. If a guy had a rock getting ready to crush somebody's head, you'd see it here, and you'd see him start, and you might hear "ooh." And then it would cut to a scene that was somewhere else on a horse riding away or something. But they didn't show the actual gore, the blood, guts, and shit squirting out and all kinds of mayhem and everything else. It was just, that wasn't allowed.
I'm guessing that where it comes, like say, Cannibal Holocaust, that was banned for that reason, because it was too graphic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the reason why Child's Play got banned at one point for that?
I think that Child's Play, Hills of Eyes got banned for a bit, didn't it? The original Hills of Eyes got banned.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, things like that, because they were all too gory.
Yeah, too graphic. Yeah,
too graphic. Yeah.
And the thing that it come down to is what happened with a lot of them is, it's like with the rating system that came out. If you went that graphic, then they rated it X, and nobody could go see it anyhow, and then people wouldn't go see an X-rated movie. Because it was like, well, it's too graphic. It wasn't pornography to be rated X. It was just too graphic, and they would, throw it out and say no.
Yeah.
But look at A Clockwork Orange. I mean, that was,
that's pretty horrific.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that film at all.
Oh, I did.
Oh no.
Yeah. Mike said the censor board didn't allow sex and gore. A lot of other films were banned for the 70s. And something says, I hear Raquel Welch died this week. Yes, she did. She was 92. Something fucking like that.
And still looked like she was 22. Yeah, I mean, it was wild how she just aged right on through. She had a very good surgeon or something, but
probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happens on it. This is what happens when you get older. Is this people that you watch on TV? They were older than you, and they are passing away now, aren't they? Unfortunately.
Well, a lot of people younger than me have passed away too. That's
Bill, but that's the problem with you, Bill. Yeah, I can't say that, but
yeah, because I'll be 68 next month. So there's a lot of people passing in their late 50s, early 60s and shit.
Yes.
I'm like, good grief. It's getting a little rough here,
So yeah, we're on about the censor board. Mary Whitehouse. Does anybody remember Mary Whitehouse for us? Oh my God, that's all you ever. And she looked like someone out of your old grandma out of 60s, didn't she? With the glasses on and this hat, and she would have fucking nobody. I think she would have fucking lady something or other once. She was married to a lord or something. And she just
a bored housewife just complaining
basically,
about
just
everything.
complaining about everything that were on the fucking tally. It's on this. It's on there, to be honest with you. That on this funny woman doing the book that they had, that they couldn't. The BBC couldn't. They don't call it BBC. They call it VTC or whatever on there. But it's a BBC. You can tell it's got the same sign and everything. But they were saying they got this book from Mary Whitehouse that they sent from BBC that you couldn't say this and you couldn't say I'm going for the piss. You could put going for the tinkle, or you couldn't. Do you know what I mean? They were like, I'm going for a tinkle.
Hey, my mom. All right, my mom was Pentecostal, and if we watched a show on TV when I was a kid, if they said "damn" or "hell," that was it. That you never were allowed to watch that show again. It was turned off and kept off the TV. And if she caught you watching it, your ass would be red and burning.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
did you have the same as that over there? Because, like I say, we had Mary Whitehouse over here who
no, I just had my mom. I didn't.
I just had your mom. Yeah, I'm not sure on that, Graveland. They did think it was real footage on Cannibal Holocaust. I know that's why they thought it was a snuff movie, and because it was that real. They thought it was a snuff movie, but yeah. It just brought it back when they said Mary Whitehouse, because I remember that when I was a kid, Mary Whitehouse, and that was right up into 80s Mary Whitehouse, wasn't it? I think that like the first lesbian kiss was on Brookside, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and I think that was after she'd passed away, and there were testing waters. They put it on Brookside. I think they must have had like 1 million viewers watching fucking Brookside at that point for the first ever lesbian kiss on TV.
Well, do you know who in America at least the first the actor that played the first gay person on TV?
Oh no, go on.
Billy Crystal.
Oh, right, really?
A show called Soap.
yeah.
I remember Soap. Yeah, I remember. I like Soap. I
Billy
like Soap.
Crystal, and Billy Crystal was gay, and he was on that show, and that he portrayed a gay person, and he was the first person to actually.
Because that were 80s, wasn't it? That were early 80s, wasn't it? That Soap.
Yeah.
Because I
Late
remember it being
70s,
on
early.
TV. Yeah, I remember it being on TV. Because didn't Benson derive from that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the guy that I can't think of his name now, but that was the one that used to think he could make himself invisible. And he'd snap his fingers like that. And then Bert, I think was busted.
Yeah, I do remember. So I used to like Soap because he used to show it on a Friday night on Channel 4.
Yeah.
It used to be on about 10 o'clock, just as because he used to have Golden Girls as well. So Soap were on first. I think Soap were on about 11:30 at night, but Golden Girls were on at 10. And they had Soap, and then it changed to Benson because he was Butler, wasn't he?
All I remember about Golden Girls is cheesecake.
Why cheesecake?
They always had cheesecake.
I know she always got married at the end of it, end of the series, didn't she? Did fucking Dorothy or whatever she was called.
I just like to watch that show for Betty White's stories about, the old country.
Yeah. All right, Scott. Catch you later. Catch you later. Right, just on that then, we will go on to, since it's coming up to 10 o'clock, we will go on to our bargains. We will get the wait a second while I play the bumper.
Bargains.
Bargains. Mel Vape says, when was Brokeback Mountain filmed? I think that was 2000, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 2000.
I'm not watching that.
I'm not
Deliverance
watching
was in the 70s, yeah.
Right, we're back. Graham, do the
Okay.
little thing. So your first bargain is over at Dr. Vapes. They've got the Purge X RDA in black for $24.99. So that's 25 quid for the Purge X RDA. I think Mick picked a couple of them. I think this is round about the price it was. I think I've seen it. It was lower than that at one point, but I ain't seen it around for a while. But this is the cheapest I found. It's $24.99 for the Purge X.
I think I'm gonna have a problem. Oh no, I'm all right. Next one.
Wait a second. I've got to let them catch them up. So that's
Okay.
Purge X. They're still saying goodnight to Scott Wood. So if you do fancy that, it's triple slotted and angled for a wide open airflow, cloud production, one honeycomb for restricted vape, offering the best flavour production. So if you do fancy that, don't want plus 10. But they've got them in stock anyway, but it's only in black. So if you do
If
fancy
you're
that,
gonna get Scott Wood one, get it now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one.
So over at eSig1, you've got the Vaping Insider Damn Vape, a Mongol idea, the Subway edition. They do come in funky colours. You can get it in green, you can get it in red, you can get it in blue, and you can get it in a purple. And it's a $5 in pink if you do
Wasn't
fancy
somebody
it.
looking for a pink or a purple not too long ago?
What is it we're looking for? Wasn't it, Mike? What is it, Tim? Tim, we're looking
Yeah.
for the pink one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if you do fancy that for the $5, it's 25mm, 26 with the glass.
And you get cotton.
You get 2 cotton, you get a coil, and they're the colours. If you do fancy some funky colours. I wonder why they call it Subway Edition. I don't know.
Because
Or
it's-
Subway as in graffiti on a train, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why that. Over at E-Sig Cloud. Swamp Thing doesn't like the mongrel much, but a $5, it's worth a try. Over at E-Sig Clouds, you can get the Smok O-Sub Mini 60-watt kit for $13.99. It's a full kit. Inbuilt battery. They've only got it in black. They have only got it in black. But for $13.99 for the full kit, if you want to buy some for someone, got plenty in stock.
Is that Type C?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It doesn't say. Probably not. I think it's been out a while, so
Yeah.
just say USB, so it may. So yeah, if you fancy that, $13.99, which I don't think's too bad. Over at New Vaping, we're seeing a squonking is coming back. Bit of a
It's
squonking
not.
thing. Squonking is not dead. It's the future. I've tasted it.
You taste the plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Swonking's dead. Yes.
So this is the Van der Vape Requiem BF Squonk Kit. It is mechanical. So I think I think it's semi-mechanical. I don't think it is mechanical. But it's down as mechanical. I've not had one. I don't know. But it's the BF Squonk Kit. $32.99. That comes with a Requiem RDA and also the so they've got it in brass and silver.
Quite nice design, that.
Yeah, that's a Craftsman edition. Apparently. The idea is not supposed to be too bad, to be honest with you. But if it's only for $32.99, people have got them. So if you do fancy
Didn't
that,
they
for
make the
32
Pulse? Isn't the Pulse about the same as that?
Yes. Right, so the last one is back over to E-Sig Clouds. It's the Geek Vape Griffin RTA. Someone said about getting older stuff. It is old. It is an old one. It's a what is it design? Velocity style deck.
Let's go. I think that's the deck.
That's it. Velocity style deck. It's not a bad little tank. Not a bad little tank, but it's a tenner. Tenner, if you want to try it out. I think it's only about it's about 16mm. Yep, 16mm.
Top fill. All right.
But this were when top fill wasn't the big thing, to be honest with you. This were when it was just starting to come out.
Yeah, I remember when.
So
Top Fill
Graham, don't change it over yet. I've got
Oh.
bloody hell, we're still on bargains. We've got to bring ourselves back yet. So yes, so if you do fancy that, you can get some hand sanitizer there at EC Cloud if you want. Don't know what Graham's fucking. Do you know, right? Amateur hour. Exactly. Someone was just saying about some old stuff. If you do fancy a Griffin, it's $9.99. If you want a 16mm, if you've got a little small RDA, you want a single battery, you want a bob on it, it's worth that. So there you go. Right, stop sharing a second. There we go. We're back.
All right, now
So-
put up.
Now we're back, and we say so. That was your bargains for this week. It's hard to look around, but I just thought I'd try and get some that were cheap, half cheap. A Squonker, if you fancied a Squonker, mech. I think it's semi-mech. I don't know. Something loves my Requiem Squonker, but 32 quid. Want to give it a go? It's not bad. And the Griffin with a tenner that I found. I thought, well, someone wanted old stuff. Have a look. And that mongrel, even if you don't like, you get a blue, something a bit funky for a $5. If you want to try dripping for the $5, you can try it, can't you? And like I say, some people like the Purge X. I know Mick's got a couple of Purge X's, hasn't he?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says
yeah,
Purge, so he's probably got one.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you do fancy that for 25 quid, it's not bad. It's not bad. Right, so we will look at the floor pan now.
Okay. Like how can I fuck this one up?
You can, yeah. You're Graham. You can fuck up.
Here we go. So let's have a look at the floor plan for. We'll look at the home zone first.
Yeah, I've got to. This thing is. Oh, there you go. Whoop.
So there we go. We've got the home zone. So in the home zone, if you don't know what the home zone is, this is where the UK and things like that. It's sort of like the smaller companies rather than the big massive ones. So you've got Exceptional Vapes, Black Rose, Mod Maker with Legion X. Like I say, I think that's Mod Maker from the VT UK. Not used to be on, not on VT UK. Used to be on what is it? The Homies. The Home Show. Death Wish mods, which look like they've got 2 Death Wish mods. Because they've got 2 there. Death Wish mods. Other side next to CC Coils.
There you go. That's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why they've got 2 there. Shy Tots, Ubilo. Someone said what Ubilo is. Ubilo is an e-liquid manufacturer, is Ubilo, isn't it?
Yeah.
They were miles away in the corner. They were miles away in a corner last time. They're like on the back row where no one were walking and their own thing. And I was like, wow, that's a bit shitty there on your own.
Asian Kitten sounds more like a Chinese restaurant or something.
Yeah, she's a coil builder. It's a coil builder. So yeah, you've got Longbow e-liquids, which you might have seen on a couple of shows. You've got Overkill mods, Big Salts. I don't know who they are, Big Salts. Never heard of them ones. The King's Custard. You got Coils by Scott, Asian Kitten, Proper Coils, and Cloud Cartel. Yeah, Rick Modmaker. It is. That's who I think it is, mate. Ian Thomas, Rick Modmaker on the Ideal Home Show. Yeah, that's who I think it is. There is a few more in the home. They've sort of pushed this. If you get the emails from them, they've actually pushed the home zone now. So they've pushed it a little bit. So there's still room for one more to go in there, which is H157. N Balls 84. I think he's a coil maker as well.
Coil builder.
He's a coil builder, right?
Yeah.
CC Coils. Vaporoni just got a Purge X. Fair enough, Mike. Definitely smart. Mr. Pebble. Who's Mr. Pebble?
Coil builder.
Oh, he's a coil builder. So another coil builder. Pickles, Rip, Mr. Intense. Yeah, Pickle Rip.
From CBBC.
Yeah, Mr. Pebble, yeah. I'm going to come on and go, ha ha. And Gravel Throat. Is he a coil builder as well?
Mm-hmm.
Chronicle Coils.
This bottom row.
And maybe that's what Death Wish Mod says. I'm guessing they've got their own coil building then. Because it seems to be oil. They're all coil builders on this side, aren't they? So if you have to, you got plenty.
But the most important bit?
The bar. So you can go straight through the bar into the home zone.
Straight in and just sit there and chill.
Metal Vapes just put in
Or
Vandy
you
Vape
can
Icon and
sit
Easy
there.
Clouds, £4.
You can pee on proper coils right there as you're just sitting at the bar, just think over.
Graham, we were looking at. They wanted to see is it filling up. You fucking hell, man.
Oh, okay.
Calm your beans down.
You can fuck it up. I told you you could.
Fuck, mate, just
You're
zoom out a
right.
bit. They want to see is it filling up, and we'll say yes if you zoom out.
Right.
So-
So go
so-
through the top row.
But we don't have to say. We just say yeah. It looks like it's filling up. There's none there. They all look like they're full. Yep, they're all
Yeah.
full in the yellow. I think their yellow is yellows maybes.
No,
no.
yellow. There's one. There's a. I think yellow has one power unit, and the green has a full lot of
All
power.
right. So yeah. So by the looks of it, it's definitely is filling up. Keep it 100. That's a new one. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Neil, that wasn't there before.
Don't even know what that is.
It's e-liquid line from America. There's a bit of a quiff there.
Mosh vape. And bumper cars.
Bumper
There's
card,
Twist.
catering station, Deson, Vape TV, Taste Fog, Lost Vape. So it is filling up. I don't. By the looks of it, there's not many that's not there now, is there? It looks full. It could all change.
It looks slightly smaller, doesn't it?
Matt, you all right, mate? It could be. It could be. But like I say, they've definitely filled up.
Yeah. Oh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units. I wouldn't want to be there, though.
Well, that's where, what is it? Well, last time, that's where you below were. Do you know what I mean? No one walked down there.
The other thing which has surprised me is things like you've got Yeehee, and look at the tiny little unit that they've got.
Yeah, they don't spend a fortune on it, do they?
Got Lost Vapes down there as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get the stuff in this
Yeah,
time.
they're getting stuff in, yeah. So it is filling up, but keep an eye on it because this could all change. This could definitely all change, could this? I'm guessing the Pope's coming, Cardinal.
There you go.
Right, so there you go. So it is filling up. All right, so they've made it smaller. There's a man cave export in the other part of the hall. So, yeah. Right, so if you don't know, so this last bit, for the last 15 minutes, we're doing the films. If you don't know what this is, we pick a film, we ask you to... can't see Steve Grave. We'll have a look again, towards end of month. Back end of month, we'll have a look and see who's there. I'll watch the replay and pick it up. So, yeah, so what we do is we spin a wheel. We pick a film. On there, it's got some years. Then we pick the genre that it's going to be. And then we pick what it's going to, that's it, basically. And when we're going to watch it. So this week's one was The Long Goodbye. Which was, to be fair, I was a little bit disappointed. A little bit disappointed in it, to be honest.
I enjoyed it.
It was good. It was good. It did have its problems. One of its problems was what is it? What do you call him?
Elliot Girl.
No, what was it called? Marlowe. And I expect to be like with a hat, the collar up thingy, and it was nothing like that. It was like this dodgy guy that never changed his fucking clothes. Literally, He went away to Mexico with the same clothes on, never took a suitcase. He went in the sea with the fucking clothes on, never got dried off. Next thing, he's in a dry suit. He's got a towel around him. He's got the same fucking suit, tie, and fucking shirt on.
And he never stopped smoking.
He always had a fag in him. You couldn't understand what he was saying because he had a fag in his mouth all the time.
It's where he went shopping with his fucking bag on. With his the cat food. And then the cat.
Well, that was random. They started it off with a cat that disappeared and never fucking came back all the way through the show. He never fucking came back. He's like, has anybody seen my cat? Anyone seen my cat?
Say something. I'd never invite him round to my house. He was lighting his match on every possible thing. He would light a match. He's like that on somebody's wall, and you'd be like, "Oi!"
And then they had some random women with the tits out over the other side of the road that had nothing to do with the fucking show.
Can you go and get me some brownie mix?
Yeah.
Did he ever light a match on his zipper, though? Do you ever know those guys?
It's just on the wall. It was on the wall.
Did you ever see that, though? When people used to light the match
on the zipper,
You know, it's like, there we go.
And honest to God, right? His neighbours were the best bits. What they said, yeah, exactly. His neighbours, his fucking neighbours were some young lassies that were doing yoga with the boobs out all the time.
Yeah.
Just constantly. Every time you saw them, there were a group of lassies that just had the runner. What is it? Shop, didn't they? Flower shop or something. That's what he told them. What did they do? They run a flower shop.
It was the gangsters. Let's all take our clothes off. And
Right, talk about the gangsters, right? Did anybody, obviously Swamp Thing watched it, right? Did you watch it, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you watched it, Graham. Did anybody recognise one of the gangsters?
No.
No? Nobody recognised them? So he told you to take his clothes off. He was in a little bit on the other one, on the earlier bits, and they told you to take the clothes off, and you never recognised him then with his clothes off either? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Was it?
Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the gangsters. So when you see him when they're saying take your clothes off, and there's that big buff guy.
Oh, there's the one that
like that. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Dodgy tash. But it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I missed that.
Yeah, it was Arnold. Go back and see it. Get a thing. You can see
Yeah,
it on
the ending was a bit abrupt.
Yes, yeah, it was. The thing about it, right? The end was stupid. It was fucking shit, the end. Yeah, what we're going to do, I've worked out that he's still alive, which I'd worked out halfway through the fucking thing.
Yeah.
That it was still alive, and then I'm going to go shoot him. And then skip down the road with a dog.
Sounds good to me.
Honestly, God, man.
But the whole, all the way through, the sound quality was terrible.
That's because he had a fag in his mouth all the time. You couldn't understand what.
Like much.
But the thing is, right, I've listened to the old time radio shows that used to do Philip Marlowe on there, and I was just expecting it when I found out it was Philip Marlowe. I expected it to be, the old. I went downstairs and there was a lady coming past on the street and thing. Do you know that
like
sort?
Maltese Falcon.
Yes. You know that suave, sophisticated. He was just a drunken bum.
Yep, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
I lived next door to him.
Do you know, hey lady, a bit like that, but it was nothing like that. It was just, oh my God.
And that's why we're banning the 70s.
Does Bill have to watch the film this week? No, because he won't be on next week. He'll be on, what is it? The late night, what's it called? Steamer show.
I don't watch films. If you pick one from the 70s, there's a possibility that I've seen it, but
yeah,
I didn't really watch a whole lot. I never watched a whole lot of movies even then. I remember, like I said, I mean, just the big ones. And then occasionally we'd go to the drive-in, but we really never went to the drive-in to watch the movie. We just went to the drive-in to get drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they put the random gangsters in that were just so corny. But under it when he's like smashes that woman over the face with a beer bottle.
Well, The Godfather was also in the 70s.
Yeah.
So there's a
yeah, fair enough. So it looks like we're still keeping it.
I don't care what you say.
Right, so we'll bring the wheel up this week. So if you do want to see The Long Goodbye, it's watchable. It is watchable, but
out
it's
of
just
10, what would you give it?
Probably a 6.
Yeah,
to
I'd
be
give
fair,
it 6.5.
Oh.
4.
You didn't enjoy it at all? No.
So yeah, it was watchable. If you want to see it, it's watchable. It's a proper 70s film. It was corny. He never changed his clothes. I don't even think he changed his fucking underpants, to be honest with you. Or he didn't wear them. I don't know. It might have been a 70s thing that he went commando.
And he will have these rambling conversations with somebody who've got nothing to do with the case, and you just sitting there chatting, and you're just sitting there going,
yeah, everybody's at bar having a beer. 2 out of 10 from Swamp Thing.
2 out of 10.
Right.
Please be a good
So we'll bring up the wheel. We'll see what it is, as long as it's not 70s again.
I've taken 70s off for this week.
No, you can't.
But we've had 70s twice now.
Yeah.
Week before. So we've got the 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020s. So here we go. Spin that wheel.
Please be 80s.
Probably going to be 2020s.
It's the 80s.
80s.
We're into the 80s.
Action.
Into the 80s.
I'm going to hide that choice now. Right.
Let's see the 80s.
Not
what we've got.
rom-com.
Oh, we had
got
rom-com, and someone picked
action, war, romance, rom-com.
rom-com with that one that we had. That dude, where's my fucking? Oh, that was comedy, wasn't it? Dude, where's
was
my
comedy.
car? What a pile of
Really?
shite that was.
Yeah, but you don't really have. You don't have all of the. Well, I mean, yeah.
Right, here we go.
I know some movies that were in the 80s that wouldn't fall into any of those categories.
Oh, comedy.
80s
comedy. We've got an 80s comedy. So if anybody knows any 80s comedies, bang them in now. We need a good 80s comedy.
Life of
Porky's.
Brian.
Oh, Porky's. Get Porky's on there.
Life of Brian.
Yeah,
Is all
Life
three
of
of them
Brian.
fall in the same decade? All 3 Porky films, or did they fall in the same decade?
Yeah.
Get them all 3 on.
What's that one where
One Porky's.
Was
Back to the Future?
Was Caddyshack?
Not a comedy.
Caddyshack were 80s,
Back to
yeah.
the Future
Caddyshack.
wasn't a comedy.
That's
Cheech and
hard.
Chong. Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. Well, Cheech and Chong would have been Up in Smoke. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. Up in Smoke would have been. Or what was the one? Nice. It was called Nice Dreams, and they drove an ice cream truck.
I don't know. I've not seen any of
Yeah.
Cheech and
That
Chong,
was
to be
another
honest with you.
Cheech and Chong one. Cheech and Chong ones are pretty good, but they're kind of
Airplane?
Airplane,
Police
Academy.
Oh, Airplane 70s. Police Academy is 80s, definitely. Up in Smoke, that Blues Brothers.
Well, Naked
Weekend
Gun,
at Bernie's.
Naked Gun 33 and a third would have been.
Yeah,
80s.
the original Naked Gun one from the files of Police Academy. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, I hate
Got
that
Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, Smoking
well,
Bars.
was
That's the
Big.
second one falls in that one.
what was the one that Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte were in?
Good morning, Vietnam. Gadang me, give it a bone, rang me.
Nah,
Honey,
they
I
were-
Shrunk the
This
Kids.
is-
Eddie
Airplane-
Murphy and Nick Nolte were
Airplane
in.
was 1980.
Oh, was it? Cool.
Cannonball Run, Beetlejuice.
Trading Places.
Trading Places. Twins. Oh, what's that over there? Twins, actually.
Stripes with Bill
Stripes.
Murray.
Oh, Stripes is good. I like Stripes. Johnny Dangerously. This is Kaiser Associate. Beverly Hills Cop. 48
Beverly
Hours.
Hills Cop. That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah.
The Money
That was
Pit.
Eddie Murphy. That was Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte.
We've got another 48 hours.
Yeah, Mike's got it.
Another
Yeah.
48, another
That
48.
was it. Yeah, it was 48 hours because that was the one where when it started out, Nick Nolte's walking in because he's a cop and he's trying to find somebody. And
No,
Eddie
Cloud
Murphy's-
Chucker. No, I can tell you. Sorry about it. He's put the burbs down. You can put it down, but I can tell you now, it's shit.
Yeah.
It is proper shite. I fell asleep fucking 3 times watching that fucking shite. I went to cinemas to see it and I fell asleep. I fucking fell asleep watching it fucking on the TV and I fell asleep again watching it on the TV. So that's how shit Burbs is. Back to the Future 2, Parenthood, Weird Science,
Was the
The Three Amigos. Oh, Three Amigos.
Was that
Goonies?
Tom
Was-
Hanks in that one? The
Yeah. Burb,
Was
yes,
the
it's shit.
Goonies? Was the Goonies
Dragnet?
in?
Goonies, yeah. Dragnet's where they got dressed up as them fucking...
Uncle
fucking-
Buck.
Oh, Uncle Buck's good.
Well,
Coneheads.
Wouldn't Ghostbusters have been 80s?
Yeah, Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
80s, yeah.
Oh, I'm falling behind.
Cloud Chucker says, Benny, I love that film. It's fucking shite. I fell asleep fucking 3 times. That's how shit it is. We've got Big In. Blazing
It's big,
Saddles.
big Trouble in Little Tight China's.
Yeah,
comedy.
that's... Well, I don't know. Is it comedy? Yeah, it's probably comedy. Coming to America. I like Coming to America. Mr. Intense.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles is the best one on there, though. That's yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, remember, I ain't seen that for you. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. That's wait, what is it in there? What's that? Man with 2 brains?
Was the Coneheads? Was that?
Coneheads, someone's put Coneheads down, yeah.
Did they?
The Naked Gun.
Yeah, I had Naked Gun and Naked Gun 33 and a third.
Little Shop of Horrors. Bill and Ted.
See no evil, hear see no evil, hear no evil.
That's a classic. That I like that one. Seen a winner.
That's
And what's
gotta
that other one? What's that other one where they were the train as well, where they escaped prison? Crocodile Dundee. Now that's a knife.
Now that's a knife. Yeah.
Yeah, they did another one where they were prisoner, where they were on a train, weren't they? See no evil, live no evil. Yeah.
Okay. I think
Right,
that's well enough.
That'll do us.
Yep.
Hit that wheel.
I'll share the screen.
Howard the Duck. Tetley says Howard the Duck. Do you want to put Howard the Duck on, Mike Quinn?
Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Plane Train. Well, I think we're too late now. Too late.
Going.
Too late. We're going. If it comes fucking burps, I will cry.
Is Burps on there?
Oh, Cornheads with 90s. We'll have to check that if it comes up, Cornheads. Stripes. That's
Stripes.
definitely an 80s one.
I've never
Stripes.
seen that.
Have you not?
No.
So if you want to watch it, it is the Stripes this week. It's a bit of a silly war thing.
Bill Murray.
No.
Bill
idea.
Murray, yeah, Bill Murray. So this week's film is Stripes. If you do fancy watching it with us and give your opinions on it next week. Roxanne, yeah, we'll keep that. It's going to come up again.
Steve Martin had his best stuff in the 80s.
Oh
didn't he?
yeah,
And,
definitely.
Yeah, the thing that would have been there was his best one was oh shit, what was that? Because it started out where he was just a poor black kid.
Black
raised-
kids, yeah. What was that? Yeah, what was that one? Yeah,
What the jerk? That was
the jerk. Yeah, the jerk. Yeah.
And then it was like the new phone books are here. The new phone books
Yeah,
are here. I
yeah.
am somebody. I'm in the phone book.
yeah. But
And
yeah,
then when
if
he was
you,
leaving home, I don't need anything but this lamp and
Yeah,
this
this-
drawer.
yeah. Well, like I said, the man with two brains, well, he got a woman's brain, wasn't it, as well as his brain. Yeah. And Roxanne were good. I like Roxanne as well because he was the big nose one.
That was
wasn't
what I was trying to think of because Eddie Murphy, when Nick Nolte was going to find him there to jail, Eddie Murphy's sitting there in the hallway with the headphones on, singing. Rock!
it? Roxanne. Yeah. Yeah, I did miss out on my favourite, the burps. It's fucking shit. Glad of that. So we will be watching the Stripes next week. Do watch it with us if you can. If you get a chance to watch it, it'll be on a dodgy box.
I'm quite looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Mr. Intense says he might watch Stripes this week. Yeah. Free ride it. You're all right. We're just about to go. Anyway, we're just finishing, but good evening. Good evening and welcome and goodbye. Roxanne, you don't have to put on. Do you know that every time I hear that song, it always reminds me of Eddie Murphy. Like, Roxanne, you don't have to put on. Roxanne.
Yeah, that movie was worth watching just for that scene, if no other reason.
You
Just
don't
for
have to
that.
put on the Right, so we are coming up to that time. Well, we're going to say we're coming up to that time, but there's no late night vape show on it. So,
Well, you were putting on there, you were saying something about King of Pebble or something like that. Somebody had said something about Pebble.
Pebble.
Pebble?
Pebble, P-E.
Oh, Mr.
Oh,
Pebble.
Mr. Pebble.
Mr. Pebble. Well, Mr. Pebble is actually Bill Murray.
Ah.
Because what happens
Like
is he plays in the Pro-Am at Pebble Beach every year. And he does all kinds of stupid shit when he's out there playing. He threw an old woman into the sand trap one time. He was spinning her around.
Oh,
He's drunker than hell. He's spinning her around and he throws her in a freaking sand trap.
Apparently, Craig's doing a build stream at 10:40, guys. Send them over.
Yeah.
All right. We'll drop the link in. So go watch, because he's got a new camera. He's doing a build stream. Woohoo.
Oh, this ought to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. You learn how to mouth
Is
to
he
lung for
gonna make
girls.
the coil first and then do the build? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting. Mr. Pebble's a call will be at the expo. So the link is there for Chewing the Fat with Craig and Kenny. Craig's doing a build apparently. So go over and watch that. Go join them. Link is there. So if you want to watch Mouth to Lung for Girls. Right. So we will see you again next week, and we will go around and say our goodbyes. So we'll start with Mr. Farmer.
Thanks, Benny. Thanks, guys, for coming joining us. People in chat, you all been stars. And don't forget, if you want to join into our the films, it's Stripes this week. So hopefully we'll get some comments from you. I'll see what you lot think about it. And I'll see you soon. And I'll pass it over to Graham.
All right. Thanks, chat. Been great. Catch us over on the mixing show on Wednesday with these two reprobates. I'll pass it over to reprobate number one.
You can find me on Wednesdays on the UK Liquid Mixing Show. Thanks for having me on, Benny. It's been a blast. I was actually looking forward to a Sunday off, but what the hell? It's fun. And thanks, chat. People all seem the same for some reason. It's like whenever I see the names, but that's great. It's it's nice because you kind of get to know people and everything kind of flows. It's great. And I'll throw it to Benny. You know.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everybody joining in chat. It's been absolutely fantastic. Do watch Stripes for next week. So it'll be good to get your little input on it. Just something a bit different. Watch a film. Spend 2 hours watching some shit. And then give your opinion that you think you're never going to watch it again in your life. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, do watch it because it is an 80s classic, is Stripes. So you might enjoy it. It's one of the early in the Porky sort of genre. It was that sort of era where they were doing all that. And the classic comedy actors from the 80s. Do check us out on Wednesday night for the UK E-Liquid Mixing Show, where you can learn a bit of mixing if you so wish. Also check out Bill on the Sunday night streamer show that's usually just after us, but unfortunately tonight Judith Chalmers on his holidays. We will catch you again. So yeah, don't forget you can also listen to this back as a podcast on all your podcast streaming services. It will be up at some point. And we'll see you again next
Everybody wave to the people on the podcast.
Wave to the people on the podcast. And don't forget you can also watch it on Twitch if you so wish. It is up there if you want it. Yeah, Twitch if you do want to watch it in a little bit better quality. It is up on Twitch. So we'll see you again next week. Good night.
Bye. Twitch.